Hey home bakers, you don't have to make a loaf of bread out of your weekly loaf dough, Let's not just keep learning through play just for the kids, yeah? Roll that theme tune! Hello to you and welcome back to the Bake with Jack YouTube channel, where I make videos to help you make bread. And if you're brand new here, this is not always how we do things, but hopefully you might see enough value to consider clicking subscribe before you go. Did you know that bread is made out of flour, water, salt, and yeast? At least for the most part, it is. And yes, you probably did know that already. So why does a loaf dough have to be a loaf dough and a baguette dough have to be a baguette dough? Why? Well, guess what? It doesn't have to be that way. And the best thing is we can learn so much if we just employ the power of play. Play, I feel, is so important in our bread making and literally anything else you want to turn your hand to. Any craft, any art form, music and drawing are two of my favorites that can be completely improved by just playing. Doing simply in a way you feel at the time. Experimenting in a way as controlled or uncontrolled as you wish. I looked up the definition of the word play on the internet, and what I saw cut me to the core. You ready? Activity engaged in for enjoyment and recreation, especially by children. Especially by children? Are you serious? Yes, is the truth. Why? Because grown-ups have other stuff to do, like work and pay bills and weed the front lawn so the neighbours don't judge us and drive the kids in the car to places so that they can play. What? But what about us? I realise here I'm assuming that you're an adult. At least that's what the statistics say. But even if you're not an adult, I think there's plenty here to learn anyway. You see, as people grow up, sometimes they forget the activity engaged in for enjoyment and recreation. It gets buried underneath responsibility. And the saddest bit of it all is sometimes grown-ups think to themselves, remember when we used to go to school with our mates and just hang out all day and play on the grass? Remember when we used to play video games all day at home? Remember when we used to spend the whole day at a skate park trying to learn how to kickflip? Or in our rooms learning Metallica riffs on the guitar? And in reminiscing of the past, I've often thought to myself, the good old days. As many of us probably often do. Now I realise more than ever, bombshell alert, that those moments of play are the most fun. Brainwave, seriously, how does anybody ever forget that? And so we can input play into other things that we like to do. Instead of following a simple step-by-step recipe, we can use the foundation of it and change it, adapt it. Divide it up like this one and make something different out of it. We can get curious and think to ourselves, I wonder if I use my knowledge of stone baking and sourdough combined, I could prove this yeasted bread in a banneton in a ring and stone bake it and make something nice. And I think, I don't know by any means, that once you do it once, not only did you enjoy the process, but you'll probably realise the power you have to create something out of nothing on your own steam. To dream up the next big thing, imagine the possibilities. I am a big believer, what you may realise by now, in the power of play. We encourage, or certainly I encourage my kids to just play as much as possible. Make stuff up. Create games out of nothing at all. The school is all over learning through play, at least at the beginning, when they're young, until they start being trained for work life, and they kind of lose a bit of that. There are things I like to do that people might see and think, grow up, come on, don't be childish. Isn't it time you stopped all that? No, because I believe there is massive value here that is sadly forgotten by those people. I feel like those things are the point in life. They are what feeds me, so I do my best to make room for them. Did anybody ever tell Vincent van Gogh to stop messing about with paint and start growing up and stop playing? Maybe they did, but did he listen? No. He cut his ear off. I'm not sure how historically accurate that is, but you get the idea. What do you think Bake with Jack is? Courses for people in their homes, YouTube videos, resources to help home bakers make great bread, merchandise in the shop. Everything that you see here is all a result of playing. I wonder if I could do this one thing. I wonder if I could make a flyer. I wonder if I could make a website. I wonder if people might like to bake some bread with me. It's play. It's play. This video is just me having a play. You might not even like it. I don't know, but hey, I'm doing it anyway. The next time you are knocking up a loaf of bread, get curious. I wonder if I could do this one thing. Make a dough for 2 loaves and use the rest to make whatever you like. Explore making a ring in a basket or whatever roll shape your heart desires. We can play. And the best thing is, if the aim is to play and the outcome isn't exactly what we wanted, then we still win the game because we did what we set out to do. We played, and that's okay. We played, we enjoyed the journey, and we learned something along the way. Some things might come out a little bit dodgy when they come out, but who cares? Just play. And if you're lost, watch this video again and do a shot of tequila every time I say play and see what you come up with. I'm only joking. That was a massive joke, by the way. Please drink responsibly. The point is, do something free of worries and free of fear of what the outcome might possibly be, and you'll always learn something. My son doesn't pick up a paintbrush and pause at the paper with a brush laden with paint, worrying about getting it wrong or making something that he probably shouldn't have done. He just paints. There's no fear whatsoever, certainly at the age he is now, and it's inspiring for me to see as a father, as a human being. It's inspiring that they just simply get on with it and mess about and play, because that's what we're all here for in the first place, is it not? If this video resonated with you, hey, why not click that little thumbs up button? If on the other hand you think it's about time Jack grew up, stopped messing around, and really this channel should have reached some sort of consistent format by now, click that thumbs down button and I'll just do, I don't know, unboxing videos and Jack reacts. Hey, thanks so much for being here. Thanks for listening to my thoughts, and have a play. See you soon. Bye-bye. And there it is. This week, for those of you who have made it this far, congratulations. A question for you. What have you learned about bread just from having a play? Pop it in the comments box, and I can't wait to have a chat with you about it. See ya!